Donald Trump is melting down online this morning after the price of oil has started to increase following his decision to get the US directly involved into a hot war with Iran. As you all know, this weekend, the United States military carried out Operation Midnight Hammer, where they bombed 3 nuclear facility sites in Iran. Iran had pretty much threatened that if the United States gets involved in any capacity, they're going to see that they are complicit in this war between them and Israel and that they're going to be able to get it too. Their parliament has voted to shut down the Strait of Hormuz, which sees 20% of the global oil supply flow through it. And so that would cause significant global supply chain issues. And that would mean a lot more expensive things for you here at home. Expensive gas, expensive airfare. Everything is going to start to go up. And this is a president that campaigned on bringing prices down for Americans on day one. Taking a Truth Social, he posted this morning. Everyone keep oil prices down. I'm watching. You're playing right into the hands of the enemy. Don't do it. I'm watching in all quotes. This president likes to do this, where he tries to bully people and strong arm them into doing everything that he wants to do by posting all caps posts. He follows that up with saying to the Department of Energy, drill baby drill, and I mean now, because he knows that this is going to cause catastrophic reactions and hurt American taxpayers drastically if they follow through with this. Let's talk about how and what would happen if Iran decided to shut down the Strait of Hormuz. So Iran doesn't have complete legal jurisdiction to shut down the Strait of Hormuz because it's an international strait under the United Nations Convention Law of the Sea. So this means that all ships, including military vessels, have the right of transit passage, even if they are passing through Iranian or Omanian waters. So the bottom line is that the international law does not allow Iran to block the strait, but enforcement depends on whether other nations are willing to challenge them militarily or diplomatically. And that is why Marco Rubio is out here trying to persuade China to dissuade Iran from taking this step. So if Iran decided to go ahead and do this, this is how it might unfold. So naval mines and fast attack boats, because Iran has thousands of naval mines and dozens of fast agile boats in its Revolutionary Guard Navy. They have anti-ship missiles and drones. You could see guerrilla style harassment. And then most of all, you'd probably see a counter response from the US and Gulf allies. So the US Navy's 5th Fleet based in Bahrain is specifically stationed to keep that waterway open. So you can expect airstrikes, maritime escorts, and possibly a limited military operation if Iran decides to escalate and shut this strait down. With global fallout, oil prices could spike to over $100 a barrel. Global shipping reroutes would strain supply chains, and insurance premiums for tankers would skyrocket. This could all lead to a direct US-Iran conflict, depending on how forcefully the closure is enforced. This will ultimately hurt everyday people, American people, and everybody around the world, actually. I mean, this is 20% of the global oil supply that we're talking about that flows through this strait. So that's why he's calling on the Department of Energy to drill as much oil as they possibly can so that he can save face and try to buffer the rising costs that will come off of this. So then he will come out and tell everybody, it's the art of the deal. It's the art of the deal. But let me tell you something. There is no art to this deal. Donald Trump is getting a lot of heat from all sides, including from within his party, for involving the United States in a hot war with Iran. Thomas Massey was on Inside Politics yesterday morning with Manu Raju. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
And the notion that this isn't an act of war, I find ludicrous. This is a hot war. There are 2 nations, Israel and Iran, trading volleys of missiles every night, every day, and we're co-belligerent now in this war.
I mean, the vice president went on to say that they needed to act now because there was a narrow window, and if they waited, it could have been too late. And they needed to stop the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Do you not share that concern?
No, I don't share that concern. But I have another concern, and that is that 3 bombings to neutralize Iran may turn out to be the 2025 version of 2 weeks to slow the spread. This could turn into a protracted, prolonged engagement, and I'm here to represent the base of the MAGA party that got Trump elected. Most of us were tired of the wars in the Middle East and Eastern Europe, and we were promised that we wouldn't be engaging in another one. Yet here we see this happening, and there's the president and the administration say, "Oh, we're done. We've had our little bombing, and now this is over." But what happens if this drags on between Israel and Tel Aviv gets pummeled by Iran? Is President Trump going to say we're going to sit by and not do anything in that instance? I'm leery of this given everything that's happened before.
Can't say that he was a peace ticket and anti-war candidate anymore, can you? Donald Trump replied to this immediately on Truth Social saying, quote, "Get this bum out of office ASAP." Oh, the chickens are coming home to roost, and you love to see it.